Hey friends! Glad to see ya. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be showing you my fall makeup look. It is so much fun. I have lots of new products, so it's very updated from the last makeup video that I did, and I just know you're going to love it. Stay tuned. I've got lots of fun things to show you. Don't forget to like this video so more people can see our content, and also subscribe so that you can get beauty inspiration for your routines every single week. Step 1, primer. You always want to prime your skin, first with moisturizer and then with a makeup primer. This way your makeup goes on really seamlessly. I've got two here. I can choose between the Smashbox Photo Finish and the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. So I think I'm going to go with the Laura Mercier. I just put on my primer with my fingers. It doesn't matter as much. Sure, you want to get it even, but obviously you can't see primer, so you don't have to worry about being streaky. Y'all are gonna love this. I have so many new products that I can't wait to show you, so it's gonna be epic. Okay, so primer's on. Next I'm going to my foundation. I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the shade 2N2 Buff. How I apply this is just I put a little bit on the back of my hand, and this foundation is amazing. A little bit goes such a long way. So it is a little bit of an investment. It's a higher price point for that particular foundation, but it's so worth it. I really like the way that it looks on, and it lasts forever. So I love this. It's the Shape Tape Glow Wand, so it has a little bit of shimmer to it. I'm not gonna lie, because you can't go into stores and like test products out right now due to the pandemic, I just had to guess what color I was and I ordered online. And like, I guessed really well as far as my foundation color, but it is actually like pretty close to my foundation color. It's not really my concealer color. So what I do is I apply this along my cheekbone, and then right under my eye where I want it to be like quite a bit lighter, I apply a really light concealer, and then I just kind of mix the two as I apply it. I'll show you what that looks like. And then I also have like a medium color. Don't judge me, it's my job. I have so many products. So yeah, kind of mixing that with the light. And then I'm going to go back with my beauty blender and mix the two here. Having the very lightest parts of my concealer on the innermost point of my eye, and then having it be a little bit darker but blended out towards, like as I go out towards my cheekbone. Gotta cover up all that mask me. Love it. Such a cute look. Especially going into winter, we're rubbing our noses a lot, they're dripping, all that gross stuff, so you get a lot of redness right around your nose. Don't forget to apply your concealer in that area. I think it's often forgotten because we're like, the dark circles, we must cover them up, but it's just as important to equalize that redness there. So moving on to setting that concealer, I have a little bit of my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder in its lid, and then I just go in with my beauty blender and get a good bit of it on there, and then I go and I set everything. I do wash my beauty blender after every time I do my makeup, and you want to be sure to do that because you can trap a lot of bacteria in there. Make sure to replace it regularly as well. So now that that is all set, I will move on to my bronzer. Okay, so it's time to make this ghostly complexion look like a bronzed goddess. I don't know about goddess, but we're gonna do our best. Okay, so I'm gonna use the NARS. What am I using? Bronzer. Wow. Y'all, I did the prettiest wedding yesterday. I woke up at like 4 in the morning and went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee and got this bride ready, and then she got married with the sunrise. It was so beautiful, but I'm dragging just a little bit. So anyway, if I lose my train of thought, you know why. You'll see the beautiful pictures from it though. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply this all around my hairline. If you have a shorter forehead, you don't want to do as much on your hairline up here because it really helps bring in your forehead. But then again, if you have a very large forehead, or as I know some gals call it, a 5 head, then you want to put a lot so you can kind of bring that in. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle, so I do put a good amount of bronzer up by my hairline. Alright, tucking that under, and then coming under my chin. And then now for the fun part, so we can look #chiseled. Brush. So this brush is just compact, but also a little bit flexible. Any old blending brush should do the job. So when you are initially blending your bronzer in, you want to blend up and out, back towards your hairline, so that everything is being lifted up versus dragged down. But what a lot of makeup artists don't tell you after they tell you that beautiful one-liner is that you're gonna have some lines left over, and you do want to blend those in. So you can just kind of go around in a circle down there, just a little bit, mostly blending up and out. And then, like I said, just a little bit down here, you'll want to blend in circles, not necessarily bringing it down, but just making sure it all flows. You don't want any harsh lines in your makeup. And if you do happen to like blend it down too much, I'll show you kind of how to do that. Just like where you bring it down and it just all kind of the same color here. That's okay. What you can do is just get your bronzer brush. Chances are there's a little bit of product still on there. And just kind of cut that line again. And then blend it up. Fantastic. So now I'm going to move on to brows. So what I do to begin is just sweep all my eyebrow hairs up. And then I will outline them to help create the shape that I want. So below, and then above, and then I've got some little scars in there and other fun stuff, and so I'll just fill that in. You want to always apply it in the direction that the hair is growing, and then right here, your little hairs closest to your nose, I think that they tend to grow more upwards, so then you'll just apply the product in an upwards motion. And you want to use less product there. If you use too much, you end up looking kind of angry. Now you're just going to buff everything out here. You can even go back with your finger like I am doing now and just get that inner part, because like I said, you just really don't want that to be too harsh. To finish off my brows, I'm going to go back with the Glossier Boy Brow in just the clear color and set them. Now's the fun part. We get to move on to the eyes. I'm going to show you my new palette and what I've been doing for my fall eye makeup look. As you can see, I've got all these yummy colors from Tarte. Kind of some oranges, some golds, just really warm and I mean what you traditionally think of as like fall colors. I'm going to start off with the lightest color. It's called Gaze. And I'm just going to apply this all over my eyelid. Next, I'm going to go in with my color, my crease color. This is the Hotline. It's the name of it in the Tarte palette. Create my shape again. Go into my orange. Now that it's kind of set in the spots that I want it to be set in, I'm going to blend it out. Obviously, it's far from perfect right now, and that's okay. And then I'll repeat that on the other side. You do always want to alternate between both eyes from step to step so that you never forget what you did. So if I did something on this eye, I'll immediately go to the other eye and do the same thing. Okay, so to be honest with you all, I don't normally do this next step on myself. However, I always do it on clients. If you experience a lot of fallout underneath your eyes when applying your eyeshadow, especially your darker eyeshadows, then you're definitely going to want to do this next thing. I'm going to dump some of my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder just in its cap, and then I'm going to get a loose bristle brush and load up a lot of that powder on there. Next, I'm just going to dab it under my eye and create a powder guard. Easy as that. It looks crazy when you have it on, but it's very helpful. Okay, so now I can go in with my darker color. I'm going to start using the color Playful. It may not be as dark as I want it to, so I might go to the color Snuggle. Okay, I applied it in both eyes and now I'm going to blend it out. Okay, so yeah, I could go a little darker. It kind of blends in a little bit with that Hotline color. That's the orangey color. So I'm going to go to that color called Snuggle and just put it in the very outer edge. As you can see, that makes more of an impact. I'm also going to bring this color in a little bit towards the center of my eye, because as you can see right now, it's a little bare. I'm going to use my L'Oreal Brilliant Eyes Liquid Eyeshadow, and it's in the color, it's called Rose Gem, and it's the number 420. So I am just going to put it directly on the center of my eye, like that. And then I'll take my forefinger and dab it around, bringing it closer towards the inner part of my eye. And then I'm going to take my brush that I applied all the powder with, the powder eyeshadow, and blend it in with that as well. I'm going to go back with a different brush. It's very compact, and I'm going to load up that lightest color onto the tip. Go into my inner corner and apply that. I'm gonna do one more step when we're almost done. So I'm gonna take my orangey color, go under my eye, bringing it all the way in. It's a simple step, but if you have green eyes like me, it really makes them pop. I'm now going to sweep away all of my outer guard. So I'm going to start off by drawing the little line that's going to be my wing. And I'm angling this towards the edge of my eyebrow and trying to get it fairly close to the end of my eye. And then what I'll do is I'm going to create a finer tip later on, but I'm just going to make like a little triangle right now. I'm going to take the edge of this and bring it in. Then fill that in if it needs it. Okay. Now I'm going to go back . And that one's done. I'm gonna go to the other side. I just finished my winged eyeliner and now I'm gonna move on to doing my mascara. I'm gonna start out with a mascara primer. It's called Opening Act and it's by Tarte. I got the mini version because I just wanted to try it out, so that's why it's so tiny, but I do love it. And then I'm going to go back with the Tarte Maneater and apply it over top. Now that I've finished my mascara, I'm going to move on to my blush, and I'm using the NARS Orgasm blush. And then I'll blend that out and come in with my highlighter, and this is the Anastasia Liquid Glow in the shade Perla. Put a little bit on my forefinger and come along my cheekbone. In addition to on my cheekbones, on the tip of my nose, on the tip of my lips, and then I will apply it under the arch of my eyebrow for a very subtle glow, and over top of my eyebrows. I'm excited to try this new lipstick. I just picked it up from Ulta. It's the Velvet Matte Lip Crayon. It's in the color Terrestrial. Thought it was a kind of a fun fall color, so you guys will have to tell me what you think. Okay, I'm actually in love. That looks so pretty. I love the color because it's still very nudie and neutral, but it's like a little bit more fun than my typical straight nude, or I think my Pillow Talk tends to go a little summery / spring with having more pink in it. So a great alternative for the fall season. Never forget to use your setting spray. It makes such a difference in the longevity of your makeup. Today I'm using the Urban Decay De-Slick makeup setting spray. So set this all over. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. I had so much fun filming it for you, as always, but I especially did because I actually got to take a good amount of time and do my makeup. So who knows what I'm going to do with the rest of the day. Maybe go on a date or something fun. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below what you thought, and we'll see you next time.